today we are diving deep into marketing. But let's get real. Beyond all the ads and sales pitches, what's it actually all about? Let's find out. You know the feeling, right? That ad that just won't leave you alone, or a sale that feels a little pushy? Is that all marketing is? Well, not even close. The real story is way more interesting. And believe it or not, it all starts with you. All right, part one. Let's talk about marketing's first and most important job. And spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with selling stuff. It's about serving people. So before a single product is sold, something else has to be created first, the desire for it. In the marketing world, we call this creating demand. It's the absolute starting point for everything. So what is demand, really? It's pretty simple. It's a mix of two things: wanting something and, this is key, actually being able to pay for it. You need both. Marketing's job is to build up both sides of that equation. And how do they do that? It's basically a two-step dance. First, they have to figure out what people actually need, a real problem. And second, they use promotion, ads and stuff, to let everyone know that a solution exists. See? It always starts with a need, not a product. Look, getting your attention once, that's the easy part. But the real game changer, what separates a one-hit wonder from a legendary brand, is making you genuinely happy with what you bought. The sale is just the beginning. And this really says it all, doesn't it? The true goal is a happy customer, not just a one-time sale. It's all about building a relationship, providing real value, and making sure you're satisfied. That, right there, is marketing's most important job. Okay, moving on to part two. So, if making customers happy is the main goal, how does that actually help a company win? Let's pop the hood and see how customer satisfaction fuels the entire business growth engine. It's a great question, isn't it? How does one happy person translate into a massive, successful company? Well, that happiness creates this incredible ripple effect that fuels growth in a few really specific ways. First up, it helps companies grow something called market share. You can think of every single happy customer as a little victory. The more people who choose your product instead of the other guys, the bigger and stronger you get. This visual makes it super clear. Imagine the entire market for something, like, say, smartphones, is a giant pizza. A company's market share is just its slice of that pizza. The goal is simple: get a bigger slice by making more customers happy than your competitors. And obviously, a bigger slice of the pie means more sales. This is what we call revenue, and it is the absolute lifeblood of a company. It's what pays for everything: salaries, new ideas, and, keeping the lights on. But, it's a bit of a balancing act. A company could go for a quick buck, a sprint, by jacking up prices, but that could tick off customers. The real art is playing the long game, the marathon, making sure the business can survive and thrive for years to come. So, when a company nails this balance between profit and happy customers over a long time, what do they build? They build their most precious asset, a great reputation. It's also known as goodwill. And you don't just get a good reputation, you have to earn it. It comes from doing the right things again and again, delivering quality products, charging fair prices, and having amazing customer service. That trust is what makes a business truly last. And now for our final part. Let's zoom all the way out and look at the biggest picture of all: how marketing actually shapes our entire society. We've talked about the customer and the company, but what does it all mean for us? It's easy to think of all this business stuff as separate from our everyday lives, right? But this whole cycle of creating demand and making people happy has these huge effects on the world we all live in, often in ways we don't even notice. First off, jobs. Marketing creates a ton of them. And we're not just talking about ad agencies. For every product that's sold, you need people making it in a factory, people selling it, and people designing it. It's this whole chain reaction that keeps the economy humming. And what's the result of all that economic activity? A higher standard of living. I know that sounds like a vague, lofty idea, but it actually breaks down into some really awesome, tangible benefits for you and me. Here are the perks. All that competition which marketing fuels gives us more choices. It forces companies to make their products better just to keep up, and it helps keep prices from getting out of control. So, more choice, better stuff, and fairer prices, that's a win-win-win. Now, here's a really cool idea. What if marketing doesn't just sell things, but actually makes them more valuable to us? It does this by creating something economists call utilities. Basically, it's about making things more useful. What does that even mean? Well, it means making sure you can get a product when you want it. That's time utility. It's about getting it where you want it, like delivered to your door. That's place utility. And it's about making it super easy to buy it and own it. That's possession utility. Marketing handles all of that logistical magic. And there you have it. That's the whole story. It starts with the needs of just one person, which helps build a thriving business, which in turn contributes to the health of the entire economy. It's this incredible chain that connects every single one of us. So, to wrap this all up, let's end with a final thought to chew on. We know for sure that marketing gives us a world full of choices. But the really big question is, how much does it also shape the things we choose to want in the first place? Something to think about.